This video brought to you by Exams A to Z, empowering through education.
Hi everyone, we are back with another concept which we need to dwell on today, that is Earth, past, present and the future. Today is April 22nd. We are celebrating Earth Day. Earth Day celebrates its 50 years of its origin. It is significant as it reminds us about our footprint upon the Earth's surface. The footprint is nothing but impact of the human beings, especially human beings, on the Earth's surface. Its biocapacity means which can be replenished by itself. If we understand the footprint of humans, we can imagine or we can predict the astonishing impact by humans on the earth present. Why it is like this? Why are we doing like this? What have been doing? What we are doing on the mother earth? And also let us ponder about the way forward to mitigate this global impact. Yesterday, NASA has submitted a perfect shoot about the Earth's surface, which was before 1970 and 19 after 1970. It is like a perfect tribute to the Earth Day Network organization as a whole. According to NASA and IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the entire Earth is suffering from various abnormal phenomena like sea surface temperatures are increasing, global warming is increasing, carbon emissions are increasing, the flow of winds and its velocity got drastically changed. Precipitation levels across the globe got changed. And if you go on telling, there are innumerous impacts by the humans on this earth. That is why we have to remind ourselves about Mahatma Gandhi Garu's quote, Mahatma Gandhi Garu's words. Earth, Earth has provided enough for every man's need, but not for every man's greed. This is perfectly suits the present situation. We humans, we are thinking that we own this earth. Actually, we are not. We are just the survivors on this earth. We are just the inheritors, not to the past, to the future. That is our future generation, that is our children's children. We have to be morally responsible to them. That is why we can see the children's strike for climate change led by Greta Thunberg from Sweden. Even in India, a girl from Manipur is leading the change. Now we will discuss more about why the human footprint is negative upon the earth's surface as such. We are terming the human footprint is negative. It is because we are spoiling the balance between hydrosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere, and most importantly, biosphere. We are spoiling the interlinking networks between all the spheres of life. Whenever there is a overlapping together, like whenever there is a common combined phenomena that is called life, we are spoiling that interlinking networks. That is why human footprint is considered as a negative. For instance, we can see across the globe in Australia that the recent bushfire incident is another starking remark, is another starking example where we need to take urgent actions, urgent precautions. Otherwise, Australia will be converted into complete desert. Already more than 50% is a desert. If we are not going to conserve it, it is going to be desert completely. Think about the Amazon forest fires. Think about the Californian. Think about the Sweden forest fires. Think about the Siberia forest fires. Why all these forest fires are happening across the globe? Again, it is because of various reasons, especially the anthropogenic reasons are dominating the landscape, dominating the reason for this disastrous consequences. Anthropogenic sources like deforestation, unbridled urbanization, encroachment upon the forest lands, change in land use pattern, commercialization of agriculture, and overgrazing, which is leading to land degradation. And then we are we are not thinking upon the ecological balance as such, and we are extensively concentrating on economic activities. We are not thinking about the sustainable development as a phenomena or as a necessary thing, because in 1973, in the year 1978, sorry, Brundtland Commission gave a report on sustainable development. It is almost 50 years. What we have done, we need to think about this critically, friends. Critically, it is because to achieve this path of sustainable development, we need to mitigate this anthropogenic reasons, anthropogenic causes. We are extensively depending on fossil fuels. We are not thinking much about the human footprint wherever we are using plastic, single use plastic especially. Earth is suffering, Earth is getting suffocated. Many reports across the globe, across the various institutions, from India's Niti Aayog and the Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, and the Wildlife Institute of India, and the Center of Science and Environment, to across the globe like institutions like IPCC, UNFCCC, WMO, World Resource Institute, all have pointed out recurrently about the negative consequences of human actions upon the globe. We are disturbing the interlinking networks between all these four spheres of life. It is a high time we need to rebuild, we need to reshape, we need to relink all these networking systems across the life. It can be water, it can be air, it can be trees, it can be humans. We all should interlink all this. Otherwise, we are going to enter the stage of irreversible consequences. As Stephen Hawking mentioned earlier, in the coming next 100 years, if the so-called intelligent humans won't aim at balancing the resources, they have to find another planet. We are also aiming that, actually. We are also aiming it. We are aiming to go to red planet, that is Mars. We are doing a lot of researches upon the other planets. That is good, but how far? First of all, we need to aim at sustainable development. That is the only solution. That is why now the past, present is over. Now we will think about the future. What yet we need to do? It should start from family. It should start from the teachers. I mean, at the school level. It should start from the society. It should start from the politicians. It should start from the intellectuals. It should start from the media. Family should lead from the front in segregating waste, in minimizing the energy consumption, in minimizing the water usage, in minimizing the all wasteful uses of energy, wasteful uses of resources. Individual family has to take the responsibility. For this, we need to understand the philosophy of coexisting. Next, schools. We need to build a curriculum of climate change from the early fifth class, third class onwards. We need to inculcate the spirit of coexistence with the nature, because nature has a power to nurture the young kids. Nature has a power to spread the love. Nature has the power to sustain the entire humanity. Teachers have to become the agents of change. They need to re-emphasize the importance of climate change. They need to exhibit the events of Greta Thunberg school strikes for climate change on every Friday, even the girl from Manipur, even the many young girls, young boys which are coming forward to show their voice against the illicit economic activities which are overpowering the importance of climate change. Next is society as a whole, which includes various stakeholders like politicians, intellectuals, politicians like at the present USA, Russia, Japan, Germany, and other various developed nations have to lead from the front, and the multilateral agencies like G20, IPCC, and many others have to lead from the front. They they should aim at consensus building frameworks. They should aim at consensus building frameworks to move towards climate change, mitigation, and adaptation. We should immediately start the what next to Paris. No onwards we should think. We should aim at achieving sustainable development goals. It is in the hands of media which can act as a bridge, efficient bridge between the people and the governments. It has to take higher levels of responsibility to inculcate a sense of urgency in the minds of people about the climate change. Thus, it is the duty of every individual to mitigate any hardships to the climate, to the nature. It can be done by one and all, not by just government, not by just individuals, not by just teachers. It can be done by everyone. That is why together we aim at mitigating climate change on this Earth Day. Thank you.